So, when you think of Bangkok, what comes to mind? Probably temples, right? Maybe some incredible street food, but that's just the postcard version. In this explainer, we're going to peel back those layers and get to the real rhythm of this megacity. And trust me, it's a place of non-stop motion, full of contradictions, and just incredible resilience.
And that's really the first thing you got to get about this place. It's the core of its identity. The traffic never really stops, the markets are buzzing before the sun's even up. Life is just 24/7. And you know, this constant energy, it's not just some background hum. It's the actual engine that makes everything else go.
So, how do you even begin to understand that kind of energy? Well, you have to see the city in layers. First up, you've got the ancient and the modern just smashed right up against each other. I mean, you can see these incredible golden temples sitting right in the shadow of gleaming glass skyscrapers. You'll find centuries-old traditions happening on streets that are totally dominated by the latest tech. It's not about one replacing the other. Nope, it's about both somehow coexisting.
And that layering thing, it just keeps going. Take the sacred and the commercial. You can literally walk out of a peaceful, serene temple courtyard and find yourself right in the middle of a loud, sprawling, chaotic market. See here, faith and finance, they're not kept in separate boxes. They're all woven together into the fabric of daily life, and that creates this really unique, powerful dynamic.
Okay, but here's the most important layer of all. This is the one that really explains how Bangkok works. It's this constant push and pull between what's ordered and what's just improvised, right? This dance between the master plan and the on-the-spot solution, that is the secret sauce. It's the key to how this city doesn't just function, but actually thrives.
So let's dig into that. We'll start at the very foundation of the city, because this is where that tension really began, in the battle between water and concrete. You see, originally, Bangkok was a city built for the water. Its canals, they're called klongs, they were the streets. Life was totally adapted to the rhythm of floods. But then came the big shift to a land-based city. Roads were paved right over the canals, and that just sparked this massive and often pretty chaotic expansion. And the consequence of all that? Well, the water never really went away. It just got pushed underground. So now, the city is in this constant fight against the very foundation it was built on. And that choice, made a long time ago, has a direct result today. A really critical modern problem. The city is literally sinking. It's subsiding. And that makes all those old issues, flooding, drainage, the leftovers from its water-based past, an even more urgent threat right now.
It's kind of ironic, right? The city's original genius was that it worked with nature, in harmony with its environment. But its greatest challenge today? It's trying to manage that very same environment that it spent decades trying to pave over and control.
Okay, so that's the foundation. But how does all this tension play out in people's daily lives? I mean, how on earth do you move millions of people every single day in a city that's built on all these contradictions? Well, this is where you see that idea of order versus chaos in real time.
Just think about that number for a second. Over 10 million people. It's a staggering scale of humanity. And this isn't just a dense city, it's also a sprawling one. It just keeps pushing outward along highways and rail lines. So it feels both incredibly compressed and somehow infinitely expansive, all at the same time.
And the reason for that feeling? It's because Bangkok didn't grow on some neat, symmetrical grid like other cities. Not at all. It grew based on momentum. It just followed opportunity, spreading out wherever a new road was built or a new market popped up. And this organic, almost chaotic way it grew, that defines how absolutely everyone experiences the city today. So, the big question, how does anyone get anywhere in all this? Well, again, it's all about layers of movement. Down below, the original canals and boats are still there, gliding through old neighborhoods. Then, on top of that, you've got the famous gridlocked roads, this sea of cars with swarms of super nimble motorbikes weaving through it all. And then, rising above all of that, you have the elevated expressways and the sleek modern SkyTrains. See, it's not one single perfect system. It's a bunch of imperfect systems stacked on top of each other. And ironically, that's what makes it so resilient. If one layer gets jammed up, another one keeps the city moving.
And this incredible adaptability? It's not just about getting around. It's actually at the very core of Bangkok's economy. It's the key to its survival. It's what makes it a truly adaptive megacity. Think of the city as running on two parallel engines, humming at the same time.
On one side, you have the formal economy, the shiny malls, the global finance centers, the big factories. But humming right alongside it, and just as vital, is the informal economy. We're talking about the street food vendors who feed millions of office workers, or the motorbike taxis that can zip through gridlock when a car is totally stuck. And here's the thing, these are not separate worlds. They are completely, deeply intertwined.
And that flexibility, that's exactly why the city works. The informal economy isn't some kind of bug or a flaw in the system. It is the system. It's like the adaptive software running on the city's hardware, filling in every single gap that the formal, planned structures just can't. In a place like this, improvisation is productivity.
But, this model is under immense pressure. The challenges the city is facing are urgent, and they're all piling on top of each other. You've got climate change making the flood risk even worse. The land is still sinking. The infrastructure is just groaning under the constant strain. And there's intense pressure on housing and resources, which of course just fuels deep inequality.
So what does this mean for Bangkok's future? Well, the city isn't going to be saved by some single massive project that makes everything perfect. It's going to survive the way it always has, through endless tweaking, endless retrofitting, constant adaptation. Adding a new train line here, building a new flood wall there. It's a process of permanent, ongoing adjustment.
When you get right down to it, Bangkok's story is a powerful lesson in survival. It shows all of us that a megacity can endure, not by trying to fix all its contradictions, but by layering them, by using its flexibility as a strength, and by just never, ever stopping that constant forward motion.
I mean, think about it. Bangkok's entire existence is built on making its imperfections work for it. Yeah, it's messy, it's chaotic, it's a huge challenge, and yet, it functions. So the real question it leaves us with is this. Maybe the future for all our megacities isn't about chasing some impossible idea of perfection, but instead about learning how to thrive right in the middle of all the mess.